Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second quarter. All right, so we are now officially in the second quarter of the year. The first quarter is kind of like practice. Hopefully, you've created the momentum that you need to carry through the whole year. But if you haven't, it's time to adjust. You have 75% of the year ahead of you. All right, today we are very fortunate from the lovely state of California, Orange County. We have Michael Kazaz. Michael, welcome to the show. All right, if you could hit *6 so we can hear you. *6 on your phone will unmute you. Hello, hello. Hello, Michael. *6. Let's see.
Hello?
All right, Michael, there you go, Michael. I just unmuted the whole call. So I don't know why it's not working, but you were hitting *6, yes?
I pushed *6 3 times. I'm not sure why it's not working.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry about it. We'll just go like this. Everybody, just make sure you're in a quiet area so we don't have a lot of back noise. But Michael, okay, so I also should mention that you are the Chairman Circle Gold winner and also number 3, okay, in California. So congratulations on last year.
Thank you.
All right, Michael, tell us a little about yourself, maybe how long you've been in real estate, maybe what you did before. Just give us an idea of who you are, please.
Well, I have been in real estate for about 26 years, and I have seen all kinds of markets, ups, downs, and everything in between. So that experience really helps me to guide my clients with confidence, no matter what is going on. Especially, market changes all the time, and you have to adjust to it along while it changes. It's 26 of experience. You learn a lot from your mistakes. You adjust to it. So that would keep you going, to be successful.
Right. Right. So give us an idea of some of the things that you did, maybe that you learned from and then made adjustments, so they can get an idea. Because there's a lot of people on this call today that are trying to get in gear as far as their real estate business and so forth.
I've gotten into real estate because I always enjoy working with people and helping them navigating big decisions. Over the years, it's really become about more than just transaction for me. It is about building trust, creating long-term relationships, and making the process as smooth as possible for my clients. During the years comes along, you always face new things in your life. There's no similar transaction. There's no transaction or same thing. Always something new comes during transaction, and you have to really to understand, to process the outcome and overcome the problem. Hello?
Yes, okay, go ahead. Someone introduce themselves. By the way, hold on one second, Michael. By the way, folks, I am not able to mute today's call. There's a problem with the company. So please, if you're on the call today, if you don't have your phone muted, we're going to hear everything going on. So please, if you're on the call today, mute your own phone. All right, Michael, keep going. Sorry.
So, like I said, the real estate business, it's you have to adapt to the real estate. You have to like what you're doing, because if you wake up in the morning and you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to be successful. I look forward every morning. When I get up in the morning, I work 7 days a week. I mean, I really hardly get some vacations. I mean, this is reality, because I love it. I take some days off, but most of the time I'm working 7 days a week because I love what I do, and the client appreciate my service to them because I'm always on top of my work. And even though when I have transactions, I have TC, even though agents, the other side asked me, do you have a TC? Can I communicate with? I said, no, you communicate with me directly, and I don't deal with TCs because I want to be in control of transactions. I want to make sure step by step what is going on, not somebody else tells me what is going on. I want to be involved in each minute of that transaction to make sure that transaction closes successfully. So it's a lot of work, hard work. I know people come to real estate, they think, it's time, flexible time. I can wake up anytime I want, go leave the office anytime I want. Nobody supervise me. It is, but time is essence in real estate. And if you don't put enough hours in it, it will not reward you. Because
right.
the reward is the more time you put effort in it, the more you gain in business. Focusing, very important in business. If I had, in real estate, the winning, it jumps from agent to agent, does not stay in one person. That's always. For 26 years, when I was with Tarbell, I sustained being almost number 1 or 2 in the company. You can check my records. Since 2000, I was number 2 in a really bad year of real estate in 2008. So I figured out when people are slipping back and getting scared and worried, I go forward. So that put me in a position that I learned one thing: I never give up. I don't care what the noises is around me. I just focus and keep going. And sometimes I had really bad year. Doesn't mean that I should quit or I should look for a different job, because I love what I do. And I had, I think in 2023, I had really bad year. Didn't mean that, I look always back. I look myself. I said, I'm successful agent. I can, if I did all this year great, 1 year slips back, that's okay. But I did not stop working. I kept coming to the office every single day. I keep pounding the sands, and then things happen. And that's what you got to do. You cannot give up, and you have to be really focused on yourself and your business, and not to listen to the noises around you, because those noises might bring you down. And everybody have their own prospects. You have to figure out your way in dealing in business, because no matter what I tell you, that people come to me, what's your secret for success? There's no secret. What I do and what my communication with other people and interacting with my clients, it will be different from you. My personality is different from your personality. There's no secret here. You have to create yourself a goal and way to be successful. There's basic things you can learn it, that's in the book, but to figure out way yourself to be successful, you have to be creating your own version of real estate that makes you different from others.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's so true. I love what you said. A lot of great things there, Michael. And one of my favorites you said is, if you love what you do, then it's not like you're working, right? The saying goes, if you love what you do, then you never work a day in your life. And you're definitely walking, talking example of that, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have to focus and not consistent and not giving up. Once you give up, once you go to the office, I'm not doing business, screw it. I'm going to close the office and go to the mall. No. You sit, even just look at the computer and scroll down up and on the MLS, look for listing, look for something, because you might see something that gets your attention, and you have client. Oh, here, you make the deal. So this is my point. Not giving up and focus and, be consistent. That's what it really says about.
Consistency is the key. There's no doubt about it. I did my video this morning on, consistency and momentum always beat talent, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the key for it. And, it's sometimes people come to this business and leave because that's business not for them. If you are new and you go for a year or two not having business, that means you're doing something wrong. You cannot. There's always business for everyone. Even we have 1 million agents. There's business for each agent if you're doing things right. I don't care what you're doing. Like I said, you have to find your own niche and you have to go for it to see if this is what you like. You see it's bringing you a business, then you keep doing it. If not, then you have to figure out another way to make business. So it's given. I mean, the environment around you there's always people they're gonna buy, and there's always people they're gonna sell. No matter what it is, the market. There's war. There's interest rate up. There's recession. There's always will be business in real estate. Always. So that's not gonna stop. But you have to adjust to that, and you have to figure out yourself, what I can do to adjust to the market and figure out way that, I can generate business for myself and my family.
Right. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, you definitely have a positive outlook. You have a tremendous work ethic, great mindset. Now, when you started in real estate, would you say that you started with all those qualities, or you've developed and refined them by being in the business for 26 years?
I always have that ethics built in me, since, for a long time. And, of course, you adapt to real estate ethics as well because this is new, but I always been energetic, and this is my mindset. I learned that I never give up, and I keep going forward and until things happen, because I know once you put your mind together and focus, the result will be very positive and you'll be successful.
That's great. Is that something you were just born with? Your parents instilled to you? How did you develop that?
From my dad. He's a merchant. So I had a law degree back home. Originally, I graduated from law school, but before that, I used to work for my dad, in summertime for breaks, summertime, and when I had time, learn from him the ethics and the dealing with customer. So it's like in my blood, I've been seeing that my dad's selling and dealing and wheeling since I was little. So that's developed a lot of things in me. And now same thing. My oldest son, he's finished college, but he always watching me talking to my client when he was little, and he used to help me doing putting open house signs and all that. He developed that kind of sales skills, and now he's working in. He wants to come real estate, but maybe later on. But he's a successful salesperson in Toyota, and he learned that a lot. He told me that I learned a lot from you, talking to people over the phone and listening to you. And I had him a lot of time coming to the open house with me and learning the skills. So it's just, you develop it when you're little and it grow the best, on what career you're going to follow. You can use it.
Right. That's great. That's great. You had that example early on, and you just carried it, and it morphed into you getting your law degree and then eventually turning it into real estate, curious, why did you decide to go with real estate versus being a lawyer?
I tried to, when I finished my law school back home. I tried to pass the bar exam. Tried many times. I tried many times because it's completely different law where I'm from. It was difficult for me. So I thought to myself, I want something to, because I like to be in charge. I like to be dealing with people. I like to, have the conversation with people because I love people. I like work with people, and that's my, my entire life been like see myself dealing and talking to people. So I thought to myself, what other job would be, give me the opportunity to be dealing with people and filling out their needs and directing the right path and all this stuff. So I thought real estate would be, the best way to reach that goal. So I told I passed my test in 2000 and become a real estate agent since then. And I joined Tarbell. And the first 6 months after I got my license, 6 months I did not make any sale. And this is why I learned not to give up. I was at the tipping point to exit the business. I said, what the heck I'm doing here? I'm coming every day to the business, to attending meeting, learning, doing everything that I'm supposed to do, that Tarbell taught me to do, and I'm not getting any business. Back then, we have to sit on the desk giving phone calls, walk in, nothing happening. So I got to the point, I said, next month, if I'm not making any sale, I'm walking away. But I said, I promised myself I'm going to do everything possible that I'm going to put one deal together so I don't walk away from this deal. And I did it. I made my first sale was $290,000 sales, and I made little commission back then. It was a house in Orange. It was a house, really nice house, but back then 2000 that was so cheap, $290,000 home. And that was first deal after 6 months, and that was it. End of story. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in real estate, like you said, a lot of people don't understand that it does take a while to get going, and a lot of people quit. But if it's good that you have that ingrained in you, that you just keep going, and sky's the limit. The great thing about real estate is you get paid what you're worth, and the most important vote, obviously, is yours, right?
Exactly. And, the flexibility of the time, what I like about it. I'm not a morning person. You're lucky I woke up this morning and talked to you.
Well, thank you. That's funny.
I wake up at for a little bit until 6 o'clock watching stock markets, but I go back to sleep so I can get my enough sleep. I have to have my 8 hours. But so the consistency, like I said, you have to be consistent. You have to understand. Wake up in the morning, said, you know what? Today you cannot look back. What's happened yesterday, move on. Okay?
Right.
Always say next. You failed in the deal, you had the client walked away from you, you lost a deal. Do not let that deal take you down, because once you set a nag on it, this will be the end of your career. I have learned in the beginning, as a new agent, I understand absolutely for new agents. You lose a deal, this is disaster, you get disappointed. Another deal, you lose another deal. Third deal, it will be disaster. But again, you have to always think positive and think right away, next. That's my word to Larry, my manager. I told him, shoot, I lost a deal today. He goes, next. I go, next. And we laugh and keep going. You lost the deal. What, you going to sit and cry all day about it? That's it. That's gone. What can you do? Look for a different one, you know? Something else will happen better. So that's a great word you said. Next, right? Whether it's good, all right, you got one other contract. Good. Next. Oh, you have one fall apart. Okay, next. Right. Exactly.
That's a great way to look at it too.
You can't stick to one deal and think yourself, this is it. I lost this deal. My life is in. I'm looking for that check. It's not happening. Well, you know what? Once you think that way, I don't look. I never calculate my commission, what I'm getting, until the deal closes. I never do that because once you do that, that means you're looking for the money. You're not looking for the service. Be focusing on your money first. You have to put your client first. I put my clients first on everything. I mean, I have sometimes, and it's not, I mean, this is me, but sometimes I put my client ahead of my family. Sometimes. Because one time I was going to a party and there's something really important. I told my wife, you know what? You married a real estate agent. I'm sorry, honey. I had to do it. Give me 1 hour. I have to finish it. Then I'll catch up with you. You go ahead of me, and I'll catch with you. It's because if I don't do it, the deal will fall apart. I will not let that happen. I will not let my hard work for something party I can catch up later on. Or if I missed it, hey, eat it. I need to make, keep my clients happy and my reputation high. So that's me. Other people, they put their fun, their party first. I have a lot of agents. You know what? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in a party. I cannot do this. What do you mean you're in a party? You're a business. My phone is 24/7 working. I answer my phone calls at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock. There's people, agents that I deal with. After 6 o'clock, I don't answer my phone. What the heck? Our business 24/7, my friend. 24/7. That's what it is. You want to be in real estate? That's what it is. Now, if I'm sitting in my office and I felt like, you know what? I'm going to shut down the computer. I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to go to the beach. I can do that. This is the beauty of it. But I know myself. I did what I have to do, and I go and I have fun if I want to. This is the flexibility that real estate has. But when you are doing well, not closing, shutting down my computer, and I'm not just having any business and go have fun. No, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
If I don't have business, there's no fun for me. I have to work every day until things happen. So.
I love it. I love it. Well, my favorite question. So give them your top 3 answers, and you can repeat yourself. To be successful in this business, I need to. What would be your top 3 answers to that?
I'm sorry, you cut off. Say again?
Yeah, the top 3 pieces of advice. It sounds like one of them is put your client first, which is great. But give them a couple more to be successful in this business, the things that you must do in order to be successful.
It's like I said, Rick. There's lots of things in this business to be successful. I mean, consistent, not giving up.
Yep.
Work hard. Get up in the morning and forget about what happened yesterday. Today is a new day, new things. Something's going to happen good today. Always have to think positive and keep going, because you don't look back on what happened yesterday. Yesterday is a different day. Today will be a good day. Something good will happen. You have to think that way all the time. And you have to put your clients first, and you have to provide. See, in our industry, unfortunately, the ethics is getting diminishing slowly. It's really sad. Back then, I've been in business for 26 years, and ethics is very important. Number one in successful in this real estate is ethics. You've been ethical, you'll be respectful, and people remember you, and always will be very looking forward to deal with you. When you mentioned in transaction, they pick you up between any other agents if they have multiple offers, because your ethics is very important. And unfortunately, a lot of agents are losing this valuable element in real estate. I mean, if you look, when you study real estate, you study the ethics books. I think it's the largest one between all the real estate books. And people are not following that. And that's applying on all transactions, appointments, getting back to people, answering their questions, all this stuff. So that's people should understand that.
That's great. No, I love it.
Yep.
You're a hardworking, positive mind. Never give up. Always be in the game. And I would say, and one of your points you've mentioned over and over is also always put your client first. And let's face it, if you read what a fiduciary responsibility is, that's what it is. You put your client needs ahead of your own, which is critically important. So I just want to say, Michael, thank you very much for taking your time out. Anybody has referrals for Orange County, Michael Kazaz, he's from the Yorba Linda office. All right. So Michael, I want to say thank you very much for taking your time out today. Congratulations on being number 3 in California agents for us. Appreciate that, my man.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for getting up early for us.
All right.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right, you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.